Naendo na rusesa Venda and every tribe that is tuned in. Welcome to another special episode, elegant, beautiful show of Celebrity Couch Edition. I'm still your host, Mastermind, the master of radio, TV, and everything in between. And of course, the man is a celebrity, as you know. And today, I'm having a presenter, son, Mr. MG Rathando. Very many fits.
Ndio nime. Ukudaba barungo femurera kwa. Ndani ko reshata zi covid ya.
Nari tis ndizwe mpresenter vari budza zone. Vele rari curious. Nene mtu nonga sanena bune romula sti. Nane ndi curious or uchiko pika ri romela sanga kudaba baba alungo skerwa fumulera na kana alungo skerwa hotorera ngodora rona. Vodakara Rathando.
No nende sharp man nende right. Mapungo deane ya auri ndobi dzopfi ndide afa tosa debe ore ndiko dofiwa zvinwiwa na kana zile.
Chividze zvinwa zviyon. Zvindan kutoda mangira sengora ndono zirapanda laptop ndi muhole pale. Ndando hango ambara.
Vamwe vachizvemba vari rothari vahole pale utofamba na vuhole pale zvino arali hanu wa matovu ya pfala mundendo wana nayo to ula yone tizino mato wako to ita zvavudi
yoto lai idona ngane vala vana makhuwa vala ndivone vene vakolofola vari ndidzi 1 minutes zoto
vari 1.8 was 1.8 yotola yotola irena w
Rathando ungare mune mudanchotela musia
ai ngodo diswaswela musilorali man
ndizobudinga manda ubana muhasho walovolera muhasho no shavisa bathu vothengoto angaredza
ai auna shavisa man mapungu malwane ndi uri muso chikoshumiwa una bane bapfori baba chikoshava zvine zva chikoshumiwa zvona zvifana na mufunzi chimwe chipinga mufunzi achikofunza vamwe vaya pfaunga kwamba bona Achitobva ka odzudzanya dzawasa kubeya humbura mutu mumbuloni so zindira robona muzi mutu akoshuma vamwe vasvikone vashava pedze ulo shava uwasa kutoba uri ukoshabiwa.
But I want to know, man, how is it about presenter and like I can say you've made it mwanamu one shava mwanamu chifiku the 20 nga Rathando ozifozore munu abari bikuru sekena musi dzone dzivase mulelo.
Yeah man, being a presenter it's very simple and I wouldn't say I've arrived. I wouldn't say I am where I'm supposed to be. Not that I still want to go somewhere else. But as mapungo ubutsa muthu abva rubiko nora rubiko rusakana una lidenya
rufim tsororo una lidenya rusakana rufim tsororo rubanga fa ukata mtani rusakana gwindi nge pasi
mapungo marwane upindura mbudziso ya uri ndi pfahane how does it feel, how would I feel to be a presenter? Well ndi fandi zvodzanya yakani ngauri chimwe chipinga ni azvipfuri ndi mbidzo ichida kha muthu idza nga ndila dzo fhambanaho mbidzo zwi tshikobva kha zwine na kona arali ni tshikona kana zwi tshibva kha vhuḓipfi hanu nga hazwo ndi zwithu zwivhili zwo fhambanaho zwino arali zwavha zwoṱhe nga tshipinga tshithihi ndi hafha hune na zwipfuri ndi hezwo nda tea u zwi ita. Tsumbo ya vhuḓisa ndi ya uri ndo ya henda nda vhuya hone fhedzi nda ḓi wana ndi hanefha ngauri ndi zwine nda funa
uya he ayiwa ndi ga ndi tshikoloni kana
hote hune ati oiwa muthu a tshi ḓilugisela u vha hune nda vha hone ndoya.
Yeah, I can tell because I think you have 4 degrees in journalism ne
adzi to ba kha journalism fhedzi dzikha dzi under umbrella ya communications dzoṱhe
but there are 4
ndi na dzi certificate nga ntha na imwe no kho ḓo tevhela usikala tinga ya muri ndi mini zwone zwino.
I'm sure ndi employer
no ntha ngoma ndikuita ngwa obraro wa LLB.
Okay.
Wow, brother, LLB.
I think ndiko twice over professor.
Nitsini. Tamzi niko profita sabo bu. Tingwamba chitu.
But then I want to know, where is this courage coming from? You good and Kambori. We all know rechikuru chava as what bonokuno chikonderera bamwe bako jeni bako reach abachabana batuko mara Rathando bakare kale bako dijena school already one man's degree and certificate. Where is the courage coming from? What is the motive?
Ndiko quote Rathando mukara wakare kale wow.
Ndiko mbere
ndi mulwane muthu abuya apirisa abuya babukate 35 na 40 35 na 40 well uwela kamukara nkwamba ngore ino tera zona kabo 18 no 19
I'm 21 chief. I'm legal.
So, I'm 21. Nina mingwa ya fumbili nti ya nikapita kwa mtuku mkuma. Pezi ya nikwamba ngo rumele kha mbudziso ngori ndiko kala ndo hangwa mbona kumbuka
No, sorry. Motive was studied at this many degrees. Already there are 4.
Yeah.
Where is it coming from? What is...
Okay, kare stome hapa mra. Uguda zika masia manji, uguda, university ya Buchiro, na university nene ndo wana ngudo nkene, zori ni dive zo zine na kutama uguda zone. Pedzi ya musi nichiko guda, ndi apala nitia ula belesa uri, ndiya pfesesa na zenda kuguda zone. Arali ndichi pfesesa maluvi ya chika dishuma. Ndingani nisabveli panda na uguda. Imwe tsumbo okay. Una mutu ane afunanga manda chikoro. Vanji bane bafunanga manda chikoro. Oyo mutu uya chikoroni nga chipinga. Uyabala, uyaita zote zuna zatiwiti wanga mutu wanga chikoroni. Pedzi zvasaite asapase. Usungori ukufuna, oita zote zuna nga kona. Havana mutu ane uyakona uazvidiwa zo ndi yapasa. Chimwe chipinga nawana oyo mutu asako yapanda. Zvino nekabo vatu vavili ndi bukati. Atitutoba star, atitutoba mutu andanga ndi genius, atitutoba mutu andanga ndi yafile kandi ndi yabva apa. Zvino ndosvika kanyemele ya uri nditende uri arali mudzimu wompa maluvi au ita hezvo zvine ndazvifunesa zvino zvava uguda uri uguda aupeli ndizviite ngauri ndidodzhia kana udirindidza khala uri mudzimu ompa hezvi khandiite zvenezvo ngauri uva usema mudzimu musi oupa maluvi onga chincha kuumbulele kwawo na uimpacta vutshilo wa vamwe vathu nga kha pfunzo yawo usazviite so courage yori ndigudese yobva apa kha uri ndi na vhuṱanzi ndi a ḓivha vhathu vhane vho tama u guda nga maanḓa fhedzi zwi khou konḓa fhedzi arali kha nṋe zwi tshi khou konadzea ndi ngani ndi sa gudi ngori u guda si u tswa u guda si u ita tshithu tshiṅwe tshifhinga vho gudaho vha tshi amba ndi khou amba vhane vha amba a zwi ngo khakhea u amba vha ya pfhi vha khou ṱongela vhathu fhedzi ndi pfunzo vho guda havana vhane pfhi vha khou boast ono nga nṋe a thi funi no zwi amba that's why nda sa khou vhuya nda funa ni tshi zwi amba hafha na to sedzesa hezwo zwithu zwi tonga zwi huṅwe hune nda koropa hone zwine zwo bviswa kha internet ndi u tovha mulayo profile dzi khou tea u vha but ndi muthu wa zwi dzumbe nga maanḓa ne thi funi zwi tshi ḓivhea uri ndo guda fhedzi u guda ndo guda fhedzi u fhindula mbudziso yaṋu ndi hala a uri ndo ṋewa maluvi ndi tea u a shumisa una tshifhinga tshine a ḓo swika hone a vha si tsha shuma maluvi ndi ḓo tenda uri a awele fhedzi zwino ha thu awela ṱhamusi ndo no vha na 40 years ndi yone nda ḓo tenda kha ndi ime nyana kana nda ḓifhira.
But then do you think uri u guda kana u vha na degree njinji it can help on your thinking capacity?
Nga maanḓa a zwi bvi kha u vha na degree nnzhi zwi bva kha uri ndi tshi khou guda atiko okay huna mentality wa well roṱhe ri tshi aluwa ri aluwa na hoyo mentality wa uri nṋe ndi khou tea u dzhena tshikolo nda shuma nda vha na muḓi nda vha na nnḓu nda dzula zwavhuḓi well ndi zwone si zwone ngauri ndi tshi ri ndi zwone si zwone ndi khou thoma kha ndi zwone muthu u ḓo dzhena tshikolo u ḓo shuma a vha na muḓi arali zwo ralo fhedzi ndi tshi ri a si zwone ndi hezwi muthu ha tei u dzhenela tshikolo uri a shume muthu a nga ḓi dzhenela tshikolo uri a ḓi shume muthu a nga ḓi dzhenela tshikolo uri a ṱanḓavhudze kuhumbulele kwawe kha zwine a vha tshi khou ita zwone kana kha zwine a tama u ita zwone na ndi tshi dzhena tshikolo sa ṅwana muṅwe na muṅwe zwezwi a tshi kha ḓi tou thoma ndi tshi ya Wits University ndi tshi khou ita degree yanga yo thoma mafhungo mahulwane o vha a uri ndi zwa vhukuma ndi khou tea u dzhena tshikolo nda shuma fhedzi ndi ri ndo no fhedza ngori namusi ndi sathu fhedza degree yanga ndo vha ndo no ḓi thoma u ṱoḓa u shuma kana ndo no thetshelesa salary by the way ya radioni na kha institution yone ine because nda ndi tshi editor kha iṅwe ya dzi departments hanefhaḽa so zwoṱhe zwi ḓi wela under zwe nda vha ndi tshi khou ita zwone in terms of qualification nda vha ndi khou ita ndi muthu ita media kana journalism ane anga ita hezwo but back to the point mafhungo mahulwane ndi u ḓiḓivha very important.
Those phases. And out of all these degrees that you have or that you have accomplished auna iṅwe ya vhe khou ṱoḓa nga baby kha murela zwo pfhi yani ita mini ri khou ḓo ri ni gude mini muthu a swika ita degree a kona u humela ita yawo auna iṅwe ya baby
a huna na nthihi hu tou vha uri vhabebi a vho ngo tou zwi pfhesesa zwavhuḓi uri media studies because vha vha sa ipfhi zwavhuḓi vha pfha nga media studies ndi vhathu vho zwifha dzi radioni dzi gurandani na huṅwe dzi televisionini na huṅwe fhedzi explanation ya ita uri vha zwi pfhesese
vafhiwa yona
ngauri ahuna muthu anokoloda mubebi wawo muvhudza uri ndi khou ṱoḓa u ita zwikene ngauri mini na mubebi vhuḓifhinduleli hawe ha uri nṋe ndi ye university and kha nṋe zwo konḓinyana ngauri miṅwaha yo thoma vho tou badela hu si thuvha na dzi bazari na mini ndo shumisa NSFAS ndi tshi khou ya phanḓa ndi thoma nda ndi kha third year until honors ngauri nga murahu ha honors ri tsha tende hezwo zwithu ni kwamba nga honors una vhathu vharere vha madokotela na
mara ri kwamba nga Rathando
ndi hezwo zwithu so mubebi ndi mubebi u ḓo ḓigaila
mbebi of course
fhedzi ṅwana ene muṋe wa tea u dzhia ndango ya vhutshilo hawe u khou tea u guda u khou tea u ḓivha uri ndi khou dzhenela tshikolo ngauri zwi a vula muhumbulo na zwine wa amba zwone wo dzhena tshikolo kana u tshi khou ṱoḓa u dzhena tshikolo zwi a pfhala uri ndi muthu wo dzhenaho tshikolo zwi fana na musi u tshi khou amba na mufunzi nga Tshivenḓa ri ndi mufunzi o rombaho o nweledzaho mufunzi yawe wa zwi pfha uri khou amba na muthu a re na ndodzo fhedzi u tshi khou amba na muthu ane u khou tou lingedza ane u ḓo ḓi wana kha social media nga zwi songo ḓaho thi khou ri u vhe na muthu muhumbuloni waṋu wa zwi pfha uri hoyo muthu una u sa vha ngudo heiḽa ine ya tea u vha hone ya mbidzo yawe i ya vha i siho.
Yes. So you said uri vhabebi vha vha sikho pfesesa luambo lwa media studies vho vha tshi khou ṱoḓa uri vha vhe good spirit
vhabebi vha vho nangela na luthihi a vho ngo nangela na luthihi
fhedzi vha nangela mara I want to know
vho interest yavho yo vha kha mulayo
law
lo vha ḽi dzangalelo ḽavho ngauri vha tshi ḓi pitcha idea unfortunately nga hetsho tshifhinga yo vha isa tutovha yo vha i hone sa second choice. Fortunately nga hetsho tshifhinga ndi khou zwi ita hezwo zwithu to an extent ya uri I'm very sure i ḓo fhela
and I khou itwa ngori kha musi vho vha tshi khou ilela bva
murahu. No ndi a zwiḓivha for me as we speak tracing it or going back to maybe 4 or 5 years back depending on who hears what when and stuff like that. But I've been inundated with a lot of calls from people saying or suggesting uri why ndisaiti law and that took my mind back to what I heard from my parents telling me the importance of doing law although they were not enforcing it. Ndichi zwihumbula hezwo zwithu nda zwipfa uri arali vhathu vha tshi khou ri do law because of their own reasons of course. But I had my own reservations, my own reasoning around it. And I realized, yes, I should do it. Luckily, I started it and I'm doing well. Passed all the modules that I'm supposed to be passing. And I never failed any module. Atitendi khazwo. Zwavhuḓi ndi muthu ane atitendi kha favor. Favor dzi nga vha hone kha dzi vhe hone ngauri ndi khou ita mushumo une wa ita uri dzi vhe hone favor ndi ngazwo ti arrogant na luthihi a ti itelwa zwo thi luvheledzi tshithu fhedzi ndi a luvheledza ngawo wa limited a thi nga si ḓe kha ino are ni ramabindu kana ni CEO kha khamphani nda luvheledza uri mphe mushumo no merit ndi ḓo ḓisa kwa CV yanga ndi khou ṱoḓa u vha mushumi wa khamphani yanga arali ni sa koni u nthola ni tshi khou ṱoḓa uri ndi tambe nga muya unfortunately tingana.
And I see you're talking uri vhathu ndi vhone vho tambesa role khulwane uri u study law.
Yes,
I'm saying after this go and study for being a judge but you can make a good judge, you can be a good
why
judge.
So why natural?
I've listened to your interviews, man, like they're massive. So you can go and study to be a judge.
Okay. So hezwo zwi khou khwaṱhisedza uri hezwo zwe ndavha ndi tshi khou zwipfa na ini ni khou echowa ipfhi ḽa mukhazwo.
Vho ḓivha vha zwipfa.
Yeah, like I said, ndo zwipfa nga vhunzhi ha vhathu vha tshi zwi amba.
So vha judge.
Sa dzi recommendations, not really judge, but remember legal yo hula nga nḓila ine muthu wa vha judge. Ndi zwone muthu wa vha lawyer, muthu wa vha attorney, muthu wa vha mini na mini zwine.
Oh, there's a difference between an attorney and a lawyer.
Yeah, no, not really, because attorney opambana na advocate. nga zwo fhambanaho. Lawyer ravo uava ndikambira lawyer ndi muthu ane wa representa muthu ka case. So vote va represent. Fhedzi muthu ane for example muthu ane angavha na law firm ndi attorney. Ngoralo. So judge asi muthu ane ara u judge u ḓo vha judge ngasive u khoita zwiṅwe zwithu. Ndi hezwo in short.
Okay.
Now this is the ndo pindula mbudziso heyo na ti.
Ndo pindula mara didn't know. That's why I'm curious.
Oh, okay. Timangali. Bathu ba no ngikuita IT ite. Ndivela the suza technique.
Yeah, I'm doing IT. Ndikuita la suza ne rudzura zvinodanga fara phone yanga apo kana ndanga fara laptop ndingabvisa chire data ringango.
Oh, ni hacker dzifoni dzabathu.
I'm just kidding.
Riwanele ni haba vanokotambudza vafumakadzi.
I'm just kidding.
Ngazi fake social media accounts.
Ndikuziva wanaswa guy.
Netikoyaona. Ari ndambere gumari vasvika nge.
Let's recap from your early age. Rufuno lo media ralo bagai because mwana mona story chawo otoma utangana chitu zo bagai and everything. Rufuno lo media ralo bagai kana obonwai. Kho bona vanje beba boniwa vachikuita mishumo yavo. Rufuno lwa media kana journalism lo thoma kale. Hasho vachirega dzi newspaper. Uchiringiyo.
Yeah. Dzi granda. Ngamanda. Zvino na mafhungo achivoniwa ngaiva vachivona. Vaiva vaona kana chifhinga cha dzi black and white.
And chiboro kuzobona mapopai.
Radio chitechelesiwa mafhungo. Chidizibona.
Ine yakoparesa kasha.
Nene iyo vachitechelesiwa. Mara chitechelesiwa nanchiwana kutechelesiwa na tsini.
Okay.
Zvino ilo swo zvaita uri Tom over curious. Ngamando aphethu umuntu na mini hapa uchikole vele zvino.
Everyone is there.
Zvino izvo siwa newspaper ingabe siwa masonda ndinjia ndatuwa nayo chikoloni. Zvichivo todonga no brega huone ngauri hudeiwa chikoloni. Na newspaper usina mudede period dzamusina mudededzi ndobodzulwa nepodzulwa hovhura newspaper mara ichikobaliwa zvakuru ichikopfiwa upfiwa ola wavachiita uri na ndandisi ndotendana kugwada kwanga kwa vatu vane ndowana uri kovala newspaper
Rathando company
rikopfa mafhungo then havana chipinga chihusina mudededzi ridodzulwa kadesk ntikana ratasekele hava kudebatiwa ngapolitiki kana kudebatiwa ngazvipiyo nazvipiyo zvine zvotaka mafhungo rova richidrawa inspiration kha uri ane hadivi uri kuitea mini on a daily basis hoyo muthu hatuva ready na uri angaba muthu ane angaguda khasiya it's either mulayo it's either journalism or whatever it is so ngauri muthu ane atea uva udiwana kha heyo field kana hedzo field utea uva muthu ono interrogator zvito utea uva muthu ane aswela utoda u ḓivha uri khou itea mini ungasivuwe ḓuvha na ḓuvha wa tou pfa kha social media vhathu vha tshi khou amba well huna zwithu no pfi fake news and all that but arali u tshi ḓivha uri hu khou itea mini around you then u ḓo vha a better journalist kana na lawyer because field nnzhi dzi a yelana nga maanḓa una shuma nga nḓila ino fana for example investigative journalism has got to do with investigation or investigating just like
PI.
Exactly, just like Ramilayo utea uva khou ḓivha uri khou itea mini. So ndi yazwo fhedzi no amba ngauri zwo bva lutamo lwo bva kha hezwo zwaita uri na musi muthu a tshi khou guda a gude o ḓivhudza uri ndi khou tea u swika hune nda ita hezwi zwithu. But I struggled a bit given the reasoning ye nda ḓisa hafha ya uri hoba na baby beba na nemune battle between two fields but azingobia zwo vha zwithu zwa serious isa but ending up ndika media zwoba zwa u todobveledza hoyo muloro une ndavha nawo
nga mramsi zwo ṱoḓedzwa nga vhabebi yani vha tshi renga dzi newspaper no vulela radio
ndi zwone zwaita uri chimwe na lufuno lwa music ndo muthu ofuna music nga maanḓa ndi tshe muṱuku so zwaita uri u khou aluwa na ine zwi nga ḓivha zwo no ḓiḓa kha ini ngori vhuya na radzula muthu ono funa hezwo zwithu u a tea u vha o dzula a eṱhe ḽiṅwe ḓuvha whether ni bathroom kana ni bungani kana ni gai na hasha it's a fact azikonadzei uri ni muhashi na musi ni khou tshimbila ni goloini yanu kana ni taxi zwi a ḓa ni a hashela mbiluni kana u khou tamba luimbo na hashela mbiluni ndi zwone zwine zwa itea so and hezwo zwithu vhaṅwe vhashumi vhane vha vhono vha nṱha kha level dzavho depending kha hune vha shuma hone na musi a tshi khou reila a eṱhe a tshi khou pfa luimbo you can even present muhumbuloni wanu, especially if you're not talk show host by nature. But generally I feel so much fulfilled, I feel so much happy uri ndi kha zwine ndo vha ndi tshi tama u vha zwone na zwino ndi khazwo ndo ḓi lingedza u vha khazwo nda bva nda ya huṅwe nda vhuya ndi khazwo hu ḓo ḓi swika tshifhinga tshine nda ḓi ri hai ndo netavho ngazwo ndo tea u ṱuwa. And those friends vhe vha tshi vha vha khou vhona navho dzi newspaper and stuff, are they in the media field also? Well, some. Vunji yavo unfortunately is very peculiar, is very weird, so to say. Vunji yavo vavili vaka IT, I know very well, they're doing very well. I think we're public administration. Una mtu ita umrayo. He's very known here. Royara Gudarote, no Gudarote. Who is he? I won't mention, unfortunately. Tell no one mention mutu ka platform inonga hei zito da automati bangori arenda sokori mulanga roguda rotswa bathu uchi wana rotswa muthu wo pfindi mulanga. Do you understand? So, yeah, understand. Yeah. Then you went to university, you worked at Vets FM, Musina FM. And how was it? That was the first experience, the first time uchi January radio ni, and it was your first time broadcasting. How was it? Okay, here's the story, taking you back a bit. Yeah. Musa ndika diba secondary, ndika secondary level, others call it high school. Ndoba ndichia Univen radio, ndaimanga fastere, ndabona. Nga apala ichi kudiba pala nga ngumuni yabone zwi. Yes. Ilele nalasi zangi. Okay. Yes. Okay. Ndabona zvinokuita ubva hapo ndichiya radio toya ndo yanekone parapara FM yavone zvinhu ndaimanga fastere ndabona uchikoshuma vathu vananga vochosnguve na vanhu ndabona sakuti kwana kutuku vahashi vachibva vadiri nakuite mini vatiyambura tikotovona vadzi-encourage one va-encourage one zvino ndichisvika Vets University my goal was, because remember another thing choita uri ndiye ndigude yange zvidhodhiraro kuona ka vathu vane vateyo guda, maybe this is an advice musi uchikotodo guda find out about zvine ndakotodo guda petu hune ndakoguda hone ndi center ya zvine ndakotodo ita zvonena ungasiri ukotodoita media zvine kozviamba zvi-controversial a bit ara ndichikotodoita media studies zvine ndikotodozvituma na practice kandiye petu une havana dzi-newspaper une havana dzi-radio une havana hodalaho hezvo zvithu zvaro natosedza apala Braamfontein na Auckland Park na Johannesburg zvodala hezvo zvithu dzi-newspaper dzihona media 24 ihona hanepala tsini na UJ ngoraro ngandadza dzi-campusini. Well, that was one of the reasons, because otherwise I would have gone to Rhodes, East London. Okay. But atingocha good nga media. Atingocha ngantani ya ndo bona uri unezwo. But coming back to your issue, ndo taluchedza ndo ya khatsingo za radio za pop ne ubona zwo zwa zwichikoitiwa. Fedzi ndari ndichisvika ndichikoita first year ndaita audition, because goal yanga yoba ya uri ndikotea it's either ndikotea umwara kaguranda nkene ndichikadiba student yani pa chikoloni guranda yanda ndoba ndichikotoda umwara kayanda yanga ku muchikolo ndomwara inopfi Vukuzenzela campus newspaper. Ndadibudza uri ara zvabaranda YFM ndoya Y Academy ndoya for YFM, right? Ndoya Highfield stereo ndoya for the audition ndikamba ndikaditova ndichikaditova mutuku ngamanda mutuku na ndikadita I think ndo ndikoita first second year. Unfortunately azvinokona dzeo uri ndimwalele mainstream ndi wane ndi break in kathamsika mainstream media in terms of radio na newspaper. Well, ndabona the best thing to do hanepa ngum campusini una ndichinondo ya Y Academy tikwambore ndova part ya Y Academy tikwambore ndo exactly yes ndikoshavore limwe ndikowamba wabo miss coaching but ndinga ngomu campus I had an opportunity chauri it usually happens after many auditions. It's less likely una mtu breaker in nga first attempt zviya ndezvo vanji vane ba best ka industry vado diatanzira zvezvo it's difficult nga first attempt unamba wapfi wo jiwa nga ushu then later the auditions it's about I think 3 times ngarwa wuna then I made it then ashuma Voice of Vets, yes.
Okay.
It's a campus radio station. Ndashuma but hezwo ndingaseri zwo danga ndila ya uri nne I wanted to be zwo part ya media studies unwala ka campus newspaper but ndichijena pala I did different shows. I remember ndichita show ya Thursday from 7 depending on bus zana timetable ya mandekwana. It was a talk, that one. Ndaita weekend breakfast show yaba 6 to 9.
Uto general raw breakfast.
Yes.
And
because they wanted somebody, in fact they wanted somebody for breakfast Saturday na Sunday, right? Before zenda bandichiko audition zone zoba zisiheads. No audition and as ndo andisazvidibi because I wanted to be on radio. No audition and sports ndiyachidiba well, but I'm not comfortable with chash. Ndo itana bzabara nda I even went for the auditions here about them to wash breakfast here Monday to Friday because I believed in myself. Yes, I did it. Ungoba kotonda mutono data 9 to 12 ya usiku. Ungoba kotonda mutono data 6 to 9 ya weekend, ya Saturday and Sunday. That's where I got it. So it felt good to answer your question. It felt so good because I believe in the one hand that on in terms of growing car industry.
And you were auditioning for all those positions because you are a radio presenter, not a program presenter. Like you can present every show.
I believe so. I believe in versatility. You should be versatile. If you look at industry yao, any programmer ka IT, they would say no, I can do something else, not only focusing cover programmer. Ni those diba kwenda ngolinga zo wabanga rwambo ndo professor kwenda ka IT. So umuhashi maybe ndingazo ndichi ita talk utomani ndo ita kwamba hane pa SABC ndo ita current affairs ya Ndebetsi, right? That's why I started, in fact, after university. Before going to corporate, before going to different institutions in Nashimakat. Rita ori musu versatile. Rita ori udidibe queen. To be honest with you, I loved music than talk before. Okay. But I realized as the time goes on, Uri, I think I'm more comfortable in a talk
and
than
you can
music.
Do this.
Yes, but I can do music. And not only music, I can do everything currently. Okay. So ndichia musina FM oba mapungu auri ndiko shuma on ndichimanga chamsi ndiko shuma masipala because I worked for Musina local municipality there. And because Musa Rimaropani, which is Rifuna, you'll find time. And others were asking, how do I do it? Why so much love for radio? It's not that I already 9 to 12 because I was doing 9 to 12. Yeah, we have sick. The Musina, yes. Okay. 9 to 12 Monday to Friday because the weekends and and otherwise I would have opted for weekends. But weekends and and stuff like that. So yeah, it really felt good.
And who were your mates that time, Musi? University.
I didn't get that. Not in my
mates.
Mates, okay.
Yeah, when
okay.
they are in the industry of media, when
yes.
they are big today, who are your mates?
Diga, was in a radio.
No, Vets.
Oh, yes. There's a guy called Petrus Radari.
Okay.
He worked for Capricorn FM. He went to Power FM.
Okay.
Zil Jaja, he worked for Metro FM. He worked for Ukozi FM. Katleho, he worked for 702. Hi-Fi Stereo.
My boy.
Not Katleho, no. The problem much funny child. There are many guys. Bani wakwenzabo Shuma Petuuji. There's CD uektaka disi dingo kana something like that. Ndo jenana yani pala. Unapatu banji. Bako sokoro da ndichiko humbura. Banji ngama bunji yabo bako Shuma, bunji yabo ndiba ngwali. Banji bana buta media studies pa somewhere.
Meaning you guys have made it, all of you.
I wouldn't say all of us, but I would say most of us because those that I'm referring to are only those that I know.
Okay.
So I would think generally that most of us got to where we wanted to be.
Then there's Parapara. Of course, and you just go Parapara. Over wina Rathando mango or my washi. To deserve official as one. But to fill their shoes, I know they're big, but you had the experience from previous radio station. How was it? How was the feeling? Although you were not it was not your first time in Parapara, yes.
No, I felt so good, and I also had this thing at the back of my mind. Am I gonna make it? Because she is one of the gifted souls we have. I respect her, and I learned so much from her as a person. Given the combination of my experiences from corporate and media, I then realized, yes, I have what it takes to fill in the shoes, because I worked in different companies, and I got to learn so many things that got me thinking that yes, I can do it. Because I worked, for example, I worked for National Parliament.
Okay.
That's where in Cape Town for about 4 years, almost 4 years. That's where you get to interact with politicians. I was not a politician, not at all, but I had an opportunity to interact, socialize, get to know them, how they do their things. And through the job that I was doing, I got different skills that could easily propel me to where I am today. But not only that, I remember very well, vividly, when I was still working for Parliament. There's a radio station for government, and
SAFM?
Not SAFM is SABC radio, it's not government.
Okay.
It's called GCIS Radio Link Up.
I don't know it.
It's government communications radio. It's remember GCIS, we're talking of GCIS, we're talking about the leader of cabinet, so to say, because even the cabinet spokesperson is from GCIS, the CEO there.
Okay.
But I got that opportunity to interact and interview live on air, because it get to be linked up with different community radio stations. That's why I got that opportunity to interview cabinet ministers, different MECs who would be summoned to come to the National Council of Provinces and stuff like that. So Musina municipality, for example, I know you wanted to get there. I know because I worked with politicians as well, but I was not a politician. I'm not a politician. Not to say I'm apolitical. Nobody's apolitical. No. I am a political being as well. It's just that I am not in a space to divulge my position. And for institutions like Department of Correctional Services as well.
Okay.
I learned so much there as well, because I managed the communication department there as well. That was before joining SABC. Again, I should say rejoining, because I had worked there before. That was between 2008 and 2010, before I could move to Cape Town for Parliament. And based on all those because I was doing current affairs there. Now, based on everything that I've just mentioned here, I then realized I have what it takes. Although I remember vividly, interview for
Okay.
ndichia ndoba ndina miumbulo mivili yore ndikolo yo borolowa na vamwe ndingoni ndiya zwo ndiya zwifuna mara une ndavha hone ndi comfortable.
You were not sure, yeah.
Ndoba ndi comfortable ngauri ndoba ndi kho header unit ndi muambeli wa muhasho locally,
and the cash was good.
It wasn't bad.
Okay.
It will never be good, but what I was earning wasn't bad. so ndichia ngei ndichi tanganedza lutingo lwa uri ndo successful and all the arrangements. Kandi ziyabori ne utanganedza lutingo lwa ndo successful nga murahu ha interview ziyanga ndiko break kana booster aseshu ziswa zoitea. I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. Hona position university article Univen radio university yone ine ichikoto da muthu ono doshimaka khetekanya ya kudavhidzana
University as Univen. Okay.
I had applied Univen so ngorapambana sa chipinga na application ya right article itela Parapara. fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know how you would think about it, vo confirm autosiya nothing kaḓuvha ḽitikana mavhili uri hey, you are successful. Ndo ita interview university, ndo ita interview hangei. Then I had to battle a bit, not nga maanḓa ngori ndi a zwiḓivha zwine ndo vha ndi tshi khou ṱoḓa zwone, na uri ndi happy because ro vha ri si tsha ma ngenda nda vha ndi tshi khou shuma hone. Univen was, for me, was better than where I was working. Ngauri, remember, ndiko guda, ndifuna guda, ndi Univen, the space chabu, the chobvela panda no good, and each koshuma, ono to part of the stuff, you don't even pay, should you want to continue or proceed with your studies.
Okay.
Au badela, huna benefits inji. Then radio ni auto tobana benefits inji, benefits in the you do what you do, and salary is not bad, blah, blah, blah. Then I had to decide, well, I'm still ndoba ndichikadiwa na mingwa mingana. Ndo ndina mingwa mingana ezo tuna. I think I was 33 or so. 33 or so ndichijoina parapara chiko.
Okay.
Ndichibuya zvino because how many years now? 5 years? I don't know, 6 years from now. Ndani kobalera na mingwa nenda nayo zvino no trouble. But issue yaba yori ndichia pala ndikopindula mbuso ila yori, was it easy, was it difficult to deep for nga feel zula zviendana. Like I said before, zvienda ndo zvibona zvo ndezviulwane katina expectations ya vhathu,
and the special manager also.
Exactly, because well, ukufiliwa muthu noko ndikoshaba wamba zimwe mbeka mushumo dzine vhathu ndopfunga ndiko dzichira pasi azifana muthu akho hashe mbeka mushumo ere because I mean ungasitu power I know apana ubo koshimo
arifanyisa ngeya usiku ine vhathu vawe there
tiko todo da pongori yabusiku ndimwe mbeka mushumo dzine ndadzifuna na uri arale ubo upfindikayo ndo achidotakala uri ndika fedzi arisongofanyisa nga nti.
But do you think you are lucky to get job when comes to talk to shuma one because you are overqualified or you are just lucky naturally?
There are two things, and I think nabaswa bane bakadi jena chikoro kana bane bakadi for bakadi to yaphanda bathi yokuda khezo. There are two things. Awuna mashudu utova awuna mashudu una zwithu zwivhili chothoma ndi tshilidzi tsha mudzimu tshine muṅwe na muṅwe unacho.
Amara we all pray.
Awuna muthu asina tshilidzi tsha mudzimu ndicho thoma tsha vhuvhili others call it hard work, ndi I call it working smart. Ndi zwine zwa ita uri ube une wa vha hone. Arali wa shumesa kha zwine wa khou ṱoḓa vha zwone, wa shumesa kha u zwi guda, u tshi khou kona u phasa kha university ya vhutshilo, wa phasa university ya tshikolo. University ya vhutshilo ndi kona u ḓilanga, wa vha na mutakalo wavhuḓi, wa kona u vha na matshilisano wavhuḓi na vhaṅwe, wa graduate. Wa graduate tertiary. Hezwo zwithu zwi vhea kha vhuimo havhuḓi ha u nga tholiwa, zwi vhea kha vhuimo havhuḓi ha uri iwe unga si tambe nga muya u tshi ṱoḓa u i shuma gai, u ḓo ita khumbelo vha tshi lavhelesa CV yau vha zwi vhona zwo huyu wa tholela. Huṅwe vha ḓo pfa vha tshi timatima vha tshi feel intimidated, ndi zwone musi vha tshi khou feel intimidated ndi zwone zwine iwe muṋe u zwezwo nga zwi shandukisa nga iṅwe nḓila. Tshilidzi tsha mudzimu na u shumesa hadi iwe muṋe arali wa zwi ita wa fhedza wo vha successful vhutshiloni asi lucky.
So in short, ndi to shumesa asori kha musi muthu u overqualified.
Ndi u shumesa hau haingwa nga tshilidzi tsha mudzimu. Ngori vha hone vhane vha shumesa tshiṅwe tshifhinga u wana zwo to tshimbila zwavhuḓi ngauri tshilidzi tsha mudzimu tshi vha tshi si navho nga hetsho tshifhinga. Fhedzi remember asi zwi to vha like ngo to rali well zwi bva ndi dzi semantics. Zwi bva khori khou zwi vhonisa hani. Zwi wela kha zwiḽa zwine muthu tshiṅwe tshifhinga a fhela mbilu eri nṋe une nda vha hone asi hone hune ndo ndi tshi khou ṱoḓa u vha hone. I will tell you uri mudzimu wa khakhi.
That's true.
Arali wa vha u fhethu hune a u khou ṱoḓa u vha hone fhedzi huna hune wa ṱoḓa u vha hone a u khou ṱoḓa u vha hone, kha vha zwi dzhie tshilidzi tsha uri mudzimu a vha khou ṱoḓa u tshi vha hafho fhethu nga hetsho tshifhinga. Very u khou thivhela zwiṅwe zwithu no amba zwavhuḓi because ḽiṅwe ḓuvha na ni khou renga brabas a ri khou rea rengiwa ndi ḽa vhuḓi badi ndi ḽi funa badi kana ni khou renga Terrible, right?
Brabas ndi mini?
Name the brabas.
I'm 21 chief, I'm young.
Ndi goloi ndi my product za
Benz. Oh, this car, yes. Ndile ni ya postonga machidze ne.
So ndikota nyasa tsumbo uri well mudzimba kopila nyimele kana ni tshe muswa vha nifha salary khulu zwo bva kha mushumo wa nonoyo na ita zwa vhananyana.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to buy that car. I thought there was a story coming.
No, I'm not going to buy it. No, I'm not going to buy it.
I thought you said
it's not even car list. Yes, arali tshi finding nanga zwino ndi nanga no.
Luma
it's good. Luma no. No, nayo no.
But when you get here, you were saying about Luma, what?
No. That was just a joke.
Okay. That was just a joke. So interviewing these ministers, these big ministers, and those people in high profile, doesn't it intimidate you, or maybe? Because interview brand one, of course you have to do your best. And musiba ku interview about now when it comes to story chini ku interview those people they bribe you or don't ask such questions.
Interviewing them from where?
Radio.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. I wanted to get that clarity. Okay. No, first of all, I don't believe in bribes. If you want to provoke me, bribe me. If you want to provoke me, bribe me. In other words, I don't take bribes.
And you have never bribed anyone?
I never did.
Even those traffic police?
I never did. No. Honest. I mean, to be honest with you, I never bribed them, but I had a talk with them. Because I'm not an arrogant person. Yes, I do mistakes just like anybody else. Yes, you know, the mission has to be trap and I would laugh with them. So some would give me tickets, would fine me. Some would just tell me, no, it's fine. I don't call that bribe. Because ndichamba na boti ndichikori ndikombero sangwaliwa. Ndibali kwa buzori ndikogidi ma 670 ka 60 zo. Maybe ndoba ndisangobona stop sign. I don't know sangochibo. Ndisangobona what you call signage ile inokwamba ngaluvilo. Kana zvimwe zvenda ngamba, but I will never get to a point yori ndikombero sangwaliwa. No, I wouldn't stand in the way of things. I wouldn't impede their job, because that's what they should be doing. So I guess not yeah.
And then Ushma, we interviewed these politicians.
Oh, intimidating.
You're used to it.
Yes and no. No, in a sense, as we thought during the used to it. Remember, I've got goals myself through what I'm doing, and there are those goals aligned na institution in that I represent. Then those goals or objectives drive me. If I'm tasked to interview a minister, then I'll have to execute. I'll have to do it to the best of my ability. Pardon me for saying or using this word. I don't care whether you are a president, whether you are a minister.
I was coming to that.
I don't care. If I'm doing my job, I'm doing my job.
Even the president.
If it means the political figure will have to hate me, let it be for doing my job. Because I know the objective. My personal objectives and the objectives given by the institution that I represent or work for. Therefore, it's not all about you, it's all about delivering to the best of my satisfaction and the satisfaction of the institution in Ndabale.
Do you think people are intimidated by what you do when you are doing your job? Because a lot has happened. The way you interview people, do you think people are intimidated by you?
I'm not too sure. I don't think so. People choose to feel that they are intimidated. People, you see, in life, you choose how you feel or how you should perceive something or anybody. My work is just my work, right? If it intimidates someone, depending on how one would interpret the word intimidation, then that's that person's interpretation or the way he feels or she feels. How they feel is not, it's not my space to enter.
Have you ever been threatened by anyone and maybe you were doing an interview and he or she didn't feel comfortable about the way you handled the interview?
It's the nature of the job that we do. It's the nature of journalism, so to say.
Yeah.
Feelings are something that we don't entertain when doing our job. It doesn't matter whether on the radio, whether on the television. Feelings are there. You have feelings.
Yeah,
you have feeling. You choose whether you want to be intimidated and like cyber intimidated. How I ask you questions around whatever that is that I'm asking questions about, you would feel uncomfortable or comfortable. That is the nature of the job that we do. Yes, there are people who never feel uncomfortable, never feel very much comfortable, depending on the kind of issue that we're tackling, because una issues in the positive and negative. And there are journalists who leads the kind of story. When they do that, they know always. Remember political environment. How many times have you watched political journalist or journalist generally on TV being thrown? I mean, some pundits or politicians throwing harsh words at them. How many times have you heard that?
A lot.
And how many times have you heard a jab from a journalist to a source or an interviewee? It's allowed to throw a jab. That jab should be in line with ethics, journalistic ethics. You don't have to insult.
So in short, you have been threatened?
No, threatening again. I'm sorry, I will also take you to explaining that word for me.
Okay.
What do you mean by threats?
Maybe people telling you, hey, we will kill you, we will do this and this to you, maybe because of the way how you handle the interview between them.
No, when we talk of threats are made usually by maids who feel uncomfortable with whatever that you do. Back to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I never I've never been in a position where I got threatened, but I've in many times been in a place where others were expressed to me how they felt about the kind of interview that we had, and the fact that they're uncomfortable. It's normal, and I wouldn't be angry and throw jabs at them or whatever. What I would do, I normally do not like to discuss something out of the parameters of my job. Okay. But if needs be, I try by all means to explain the nature of our job. Remember, when executing your tasks as a media person, there are so many things that are guiding you. There are many things, journalistic codes, ethics, whatever, and everything in between. So yeah.
In the near future, are we seeing Mpho Rathando Kodiba Parapara, or you're moving? Because I think I've seen a clip of yourself and Navo Nechandama. I don't know if that is in podcast or what that is coming. Tell us your future in the media industry.
I want dive in. Okay, let me put it this way. I don't want to get old doing what I'm doing now.
You don't want to get old
doing what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Surely I'll have to give somebody a chance to do what I'm doing now.
Yes.
It's only 5 years that I've been doing Chico, right? Disclaimer: I'm not here as representing Chico or SABC. This is just a disclaimer. But I'm just talking about it because it's my job anyway. You can't detach me from that job that I'm doing. But I don't see myself doing it usikera, right? There will be time in Endadora. Well, Chipinga out the moment. Urindidoya guy, I don't know. But I love media to an extent that I'll still be around media. I wouldn't mind broadcasting ndayaka mainstream not mainstream because none of mainstream because ndayaka corporate. I wouldn't mind because I've been there, I tested it, I can still go back. But at this point in time, I feel very much comfortable at the moment. There are future plans coming up. I'm not gonna have my own radio station, so to say. If I have money, I would have it. I think I've been a television younger. Sorry. But things happen. And things may happen.
I thought maybe because the field that the one podcast or something.
Yeah. No. It's in the pipeline. I'm going to have it. I'm going to have my space on YouTube.
Okay.
and other social media platforms. It's still in the pipeline. We're still working around that idea, because something that I've realized is people need more spaces through which they can air their views, good or bad, and something that will educate people, something that will make people realize their true potentials. And those spaces are not. Yes, others are. Do have those spaces, but they are not sufficient. We need more of those spaces. We call it. There's a scholar called Habermas. Wamangadzi spaces. That space should have to. In fact, it has to be two-way thing, two-way direction. I have to hear, they have to hear. Let me give you an example here. Just try to think of radio platform, space as platform, yes. Just think of radio now, every radio station, right? Think of newspapers now. Is there a space or platform through which youth engage? The answer is no.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless if it's yes, you'll tell me why.
No.
Una space chine basho bakoto interact nga issues zabona, una teenage pregnancy, this is just an example. Not that I'm delving into that when I create something.
No,
I'm just trying to bring the element here. Una zvinji zvine dzimwe dzi platform kana zvi spaces zvingaita zvichikoitera vatu venebo vane wo targeta bona. Therefore, I may find myself in that space.
Have you ever thought of doing something like what Robert Marau is doing, like he has his own online thing, sport? Have you ever considered to have your online platform for current news?
I haven't. The reason is, no matter what, I wouldn't do that given the kind of job that I do. I can't be doing what I'm doing here and do it elsewhere.
No, I mean,
another example is Robert Marau wouldn't do sports on Metro FM and Radio 2000 and still do it. It wouldn't make sense.
And if you are done with Parapara, can you do that?
I wouldn't reject it. I wouldn't say no to that. I would.
Okay.
I would depending on where I'll be in that around that time. Where would I be? Because if I am in a situation or institution that doesn't permit that, then I wouldn't do it. Arali ndaba ndafuna tikorende ndikoshima ka department. Ara ifuna ndikoshima ka department ngene ndikoshima ka institution ngene. Hune police dzawadzi tendi uri uite zvozvo. Surely I wouldn't do it. But arali ndipe tune zviyatendiwa kana ndichikoto ndo focus ka zvozvo, I would do it. Remember, we're not limited. Nobody's limited.
I get you. I want to know about this now. Since yesterday, if not day before yesterday, you've been trending. I don't know if you have noticed that.
Have I been trending?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if
I don't know if I trend. I don't know if I trend.
You've been trending, Chief, on Facebook. At the because was a platform on Amara.
On Facebook?
Yes, I only saw
what was there about me?
There's a picture of Jane. Jane wabakutuswanga SBC Livhu. People are saying ono baisala blah blah blah, the street chikomo baisa okufuna mena tosiwa, and people are blaming you. According to how I read the post, people are blaming you, this is because of your doing. Have you seen that?
I see things, but I'm not too sure if I saw it the way you saw it.
Okay.
But
what do you mean?
I didn't really concentrate, focus, and I just saw people talking. Because remember, social media for me, it's social media. Social media is social media, as the word says.
You said it's your job. Of course, you have to do your best. If you're interviewing someone, you have interviewed the girl, you were doing your job. Why do you think people are blaming yourself?
I wouldn't know.
You don't know? and you're not interested to get into that, or why?
I can talk about it if you want me to talk about it.
No, I mean yourself. Have you ever sit down and consider, why are these people blaming myself for it? This is because of me.
Because the game will be a guess game there. Even if I think about it, why are people saying this and all that? I will be guessing. I will just be biting my fingers there, not knowing exactly what it is. So, not to be interested. One, I'm not too sure what people are really saying, which is something that I'm going to request you to tell me. I'm not too sure about that's number one. Number two, I'm not too sure if Muchiroha hoyo muthu anena kumwamba zvino zvichite unkwama because now I was doing my job.
Exactly.
I don't know why ndichite over center of conversation. Why ndichite over center of conversation khayo mafhungo, because arina vushaka naye, tina vushaka nayo yo muthu na vuthi zvavhuḓi. Let me go back to point number one. Ndavudza upfi nne ndo ita mini.
Can I have your phone? Nditobara zvavhuḓi. Mara people
because
are saying
zvibala zvichikubva kha kha posts dza vathu kha
but I won't mention the name or in the post.
That's fine. It's fine. Not a problem.
People are just saying, let me first check this and tell you.
But don't you think Renesa Venda Ria Aridivizno Ratoda? Because Jane Achida Kambekanyam Shumo is Lachipinga. Radukuri Kai Kambekanyam Shumo Aritanda Wuzere Uri Zokuma Kuma Jine Ako Amba Uri SABC Ribu Umitas when in the zone na. But today Recordovara Ima Rari no Mpho Rathando obvisa Jane ka SABC Ribu. Don't you think Renesa Venda Ratoda zone?
I don't think the Mapunga tribal Lizzie. I don't think that word is not right. It's in the Kauri. As Mapungo never venda. The Mapungo auri mutu ngerekanyadza mutu chimwe chipinga. But issue ndi ori arali huna thodea ya uri nori Jane ufi Jane iti Jane ade ka platform inenda shuma khayo abe chipinda cha nyambedzano zvichikokwama zvo zvino zvakokwama zvona ada ne what I did ndoita mushumo wanga, right? Musi hono bana zvoiteaho zvite unkwamapi because ndoita mushumo wanga ndotevela zvote pedzi kuumbulele kwa muthu topindula mbudziso thwi ringasibone zvithu ufana ringasifune zvithu ufana.
Yeah, that's true.
Mumwe udovona yenela ishi udovona uri zvoambiwa zvo bvisa zvo expose zvezvo zvichikoitea khaye, right? Mumwe avona uri mara nawo zvo expose zvomboḓi muhumisela chitaratani ova khwine orala zvorala ova khwine. Therefore interpretation yasho ikova totally different. How we see things we differ. So we taking a dissenting view is not bad. Either when you are for something, yes, you are for it, and when you are for it. When you are against it, surely there are those who are going to support you on that. But I don't think in nenga zviamba zvinondari vatu vana kuumbulele kusungwitaho. No, but vahumbula zvabdinga manga. They're right, but yohumbula. Remember, chimwe chitu chine ndatakarira chona. I don't even see anything as bad. It's always at the back of my mind. It always resonates with me. Uri, people will talk about
people.
Because they're people, yes. And remember, if you do something and they don't talk about it, you're not doing anything. If they're not talking, what are you doing? There has to be a talk about either consequences of something that had happened long time before, about something that you were part of, or something that is still going to happen. If it doesn't bring back the memory, then what?
Yeah, true.
So I don't have any problem with whatever people are saying. Hence, I didn't really concentrate. Yes, I see things on social media.
So the posts they are all the same. Like why Rathando akofika blame you, but there are people saying Jane katomela ka Rathando the tuswangaye and the Murando Rathando blah blah blah. That's what they are saying. I'm not worried because of 1, 2, 3. That's why I was curious. Why are they blaming yourself? uri no share mlenje uri kunoita so.
I wouldn't say ndo share mlenje. Fortunately,
I mean, for what people
yeah,
are saying
no, I understand.
is,
I wouldn't say I did that. Fortunately, there are platforms and spaces where people can argue their positions. In law, we always have this thing yauri mutuka raise a point yauri kachimiswa chine chi doita uri apfore zvine akwamba zvone zvivalid. For example, azvambiwa nga Mpho Rathando, yes, obagai oimera chimiswa chipiri. Therefore, it's no longer Mpho Rathando's matter. The matter chimiswa. Complain with that institution. Uri hey, Mpho Rathando oita uri na izvi. But I'm telling you, there's no issue there. Unfortunately, no one is going to win anything. Whether if you mutukwa kote, what are you gonna go there and say? Did I take the person you're talking about ndamusa chitaratan? Did I take her from where she was ndamusa chitaratan? The answer is no. So why would I be subject of, or why would I be a center of that argument in the first place?
I get you.
It's not the issue.
I'm sure it's hard to be a presenter or originalist.
It's not. It depends on how you say it. No. Yeah. Guys, this thing is it's simple, man. It's not even difficult. You see, when you love what you do,
yeah,
whether it throws bread kaiwe and it throws tombo kaiwe, musu bread kote ugava wa bwala arochila utombo udodaka la uhita bolo uhita. It is the nature of the job that we do. So yeah, it's not.
So I think I'm done, and now it's time for IQ test.
Okay.
At the end of my shows, I have an IQ test for everyone.
Okay.
This is where I have 5 questions, and if you give me the answers of these questions, I'm going to give you this CD. It's called Unboxed by Raps Mpho.
Okay.
His latest project.
Okay.
Are you ready?
No, fire.
Okay. First question. What does FM stand for?
Frequency modulation. Don't laugh now. so I mean, this is IQ, and I'm testing myself. So FM is a frequency modulation.
Yes.
So you, first of all, you're surprised that I'm answering your question like without even thinking. It happens that way, but I think your questions are going to be difficult going forward. Anyway, I got one at least. Yeah. How many questions?
5.
At least I got 10%. Is it 10%? 1 out of 5?
Let's say 5.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Tower in Paris is called the tower that is found in Paris. I think it's the largest tower.
I know it.
Yes.
I know it.
Yes.
But it's a tower, man.
It's called what?
It has a name.
Yes.
Paris Tower? No, man.
No, chief.
Tower in Paris?
Yes.
What's the name? Give me a hint.
Hint, what?
Okay, let's pass it. We'll come back to it.
Okay. The president who came between Thabo Mbeki and Jacob Zuma.
Thabo Mbeki and Jacob Zuma.
Is who?
Jacob Zuma came after Thabo Mbeki.
No, chief. Between?
Namwarebkat.
Yeah, Unamwarebkat. Between
Khalima Mutlante. But you have to explain that to me.
Is.
It wasn't his term. Hence ndichikore odaho ndi Genovisi yes, but not fully as president. Unatova na litemo lawe lehu.
No, yes, that's true. That's Elon Musk car is called what? The car that he invented, or his car.
Elon Musk?
Yes.
Yeah, they'll
Yes.
Lopfumesa bad. They want to level of Mark Zuckerberg and I know. So Unakorea itoma.
Yes.
Itoma gaisha.
I don't remember the country. Mara Unaguru.
No, but we should know Guru zetu wapi. Tell those Benz Vita zetu.
The thing
zetu
is,
America itwa Ford, itwa
the thing is,
and Henry Ford ita Ford man. Elon Musk ita mean. Could you American mean?
Tesla.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know it.
I didn't. Honestly, I didn't.
Then the last one, slogan is para chakari jeremy.
Guys, are you giving this one to me?
Slogan chakari chapara para.
Oh,
But let's go to this one. The tower in Paris. You haven't answered this one.
Yeah.
The tower in Paris.
Honestly, I would. Ya tower ya Paris na goro ya Elon Musk zontwa. Aritende. Jema zondo wana taro. Ndo pasa. So yathithi toba mufeyili wondi muthu anena. Yeah, ndi word of God.
I don't know if the pronunciation is right, but it's Eiffel Tower, something like that.
Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You see, there are those small things that we don't even think of.
And
most of the
at
time.
least you know the tower, but you don't know the name.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yes.
Simple ones. Difficult ones. Mild ones.
No. Simple, chief.
Simple.
Simple. I'm average.
You average. Okay. As we go on the map.
Okay.
Okay. The Zinokwama meaning. South Africa.
No. Media. I'm also into media.
Oh, you are into media. Okay. Okay.
If Zico come down, we are rapping this show.
No, we can rap it because I'm trying to think of media. No, we can rap, but otherwise, okay.
Before we rap, give me at least two, maybe into the Defender. Maybe.
Who's your favorite presenter? Not me because I'm not.
Favorite presenter? Myself.
Why you? Yourself?
Because I believe in myself.
So do you want to be a presenter?
I am presenting you.
No. The presenter for something else, not your own.
Yes.
Where do you want to see yourself?
In a commercial radio station,
Like?
not national, like Capricorn, for example. Not national, not community.
Why not?
Because I feel like commercial is better for me.
Oh,
I like commercial. Yes.
Did you say Capricorn FM?
Yes.
Give me 5 presenters there.
Okay, we have. Let me start. We have Ntsako.
Mabunda.
Yeah, Mabunda. And given Mabunda also.
No. Ntsako Mabunda, given Mabunda, sorry. I pull back. I take back that.
But we have Ntsako. I don't know the surname.
Mangani, I got it.
Yes, he also worked Choice FM.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have given Mabunda. We have Miss Cooley. We have this guy Onotamba Kaskimsam. I forgot his name. Onotamba Sanimrod Kaskimsam. We have Gondres Mutambi. She's into sports, if not mistaken. We have Mpho. Forgot the surname.
Magwaben. Rathando
Magwaben.
Rathando is not gonna go there.
Mpho Mashit or something like that.
Mpho Mashit. Yeah, there's Mpho Magwaben in Mashit. But anyway, why are we talking about Capricorn FM now? Nah. Let's flash it. Let's flash it. Who's the president? Did you ask me about Paris? No? President of France. Paris is in France.
Chief. This
No. You got 1 out of 5. So president wa France, Paris about?
Let's pass.
President wa Zimbabwe?
Mnangagwa.
I know him. Serious?
Yes. It's him, Mnangagwa.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, what American did president?
Joe Biden.
Okay. You got it. I'll give me my CD. Anyway, thanks.
This is your CD unboxed by Rapsofo. So thank you very much for giving your time, man.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
No, it's okay. Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah. You must have to be sapani.
No, I mean pani like you buso zimbudzis. Not to know because
yeah.
You do buso zimbudzis.
Yeah, tamselo page side. I mean, every the full pedal you're going to capture this. It's always wise for one to love others. It's always one to respect others. It's always wise usaba arrogant. It's always wise to respect Chipinga. Very much important. Chipinga is very important. It's always wise inculcate a spirit of togetherness kha vhane wavha u around vhone u tshi ṱoḓa u aluwa hezwo zwithu zwoṱhe wavha nazwo zwi to inga kha zwine wavha u tshi khou ṱoḓa u kana kha ngelekanyo dzau zwi siho hezwo zwithu it's less likely that you're going to make it ngauralo nṋe ndo livhuwa.
I wanted to know, man,
Back to questions.
No, like, number something is, it triggered my mind.
Yeah.
Ever since we started this, I can talk English, many can talk English, but the way you talk your English, there are those words, those big English words. What's your secret? Where are you getting these words?
No, it's simple. Remember, when I grew up, yes, I went to university, yes, others would call it, but that's not where you should learn English. I wouldn't say my female one says one, but I would say the especially with media environment. That's where you should know your story. Growing up, I made it a point. Like I said, remember, but a newspaper secondary. Then I would consult my dictionary. Radio na television ga English, right? Remember, I never had an opportunity to interact lushaka lwava makhuwa but nga chasho lechiko interact. Then no swelo to do. Don't ever there are two things. This is my secret. Atiko no ndopfa ifula English ndandi kufandisa zori ndiyadziva English well maybe ndizvona but azviti divi every word ara ndapfa ifili netilidivi ndidoenda consultant kana ndolifunga machironi lidolingara lidova lina nne muhumbulo unosvikira ndichiyo ndisedza uri ngiyamba mini ndapfana context yazvo zvava likwamiswa zvona zvimwe hapo arali muthu achiko todo ukona udiva don't rush into zvidhara rubona kachivenḓa not only ka English nichiko todo diva na luambo na chivenḓa I also invest ka uri ndidive chivenḓa ndikwamba barabvugudza chivenḓa barabvugudza English ara ndikonda English but be passionate about language as it is. Kadzimwe dza degree hapo dzine mani kuamba dzone dzine ndava nadzo degree ya dzinyambo linguistics because it's important ube na background ya luambo zvikonda lumwe uka media na kadzi institutions dzopambanaho uri ukone u crack market kana u bveledza zwine wa ṱoḓa zwone sina luambo. Another thing, some people ask me, why do you pass interviews like that? Because we are like grace interviews for different companies when they want to. Ndichilidzi na ndivo yangene ndava nayo, but now ndava na ndivo ndingasikona usumbedza mutholi kana whoever uri I can. Remember, some of the people do not even really know the nitty-gritties, mushumone and all that, but they can tell you, they can convince you. You need to be able to convince someone to buy into your story. That's the game. So I guess zingathusana vamwe vazvipfe uri.
So in conclusion, you are a radio presenter. Today I'm not going to do the conclusion. Please do a conclusion for us, and then we can close this show.
What do you mean conclusion?
Conclusion. Your way of concluding. This is the Masters Podcast, and the show is called Celebrity Couch Edition. You are a celebrity, of course. So do a conclusion for us.
Okay, ladies and gents, it's been a wonderful show. The show is called Whatever That He Said. And I know he is still going to interview a lot more people he calls celebrities, but I'm not a celebrity. Hopefully you guys are going to watch. Give him some respect, give him some support, because that's what he needs. He has to grow, and it's you and me who are going to propel him to where he wants to be. So that's a wrap.
Yeah.
So
thank
guys,
you very much. Yes.